All right, good morning, Keller Williams, Milwaukee. Welcome back from Thanksgiving. Happy Hanukkah. I'm excited to be leading team meeting here this morning, our last one of November, getting into December. So yeah, let's go ahead and get it started with an update on our holiday party. If anyone has been watching the news, we have a last minute location change. So luckily your leadership team has all read shift and we're able to pivot with everything that happened with Punch Bowl Social. We thought they were going to be able to follow through for us, but it's no problem. We have found a new venue that is 500 yards from where the other venue was. So really shouldn't impact you guys too much. We were able to get us locked in at Vista, at 1023 North Old World 3rd Street. It's going to be a blast. So thank you to our team and Sydney and Britt and everyone who's been able to pull this off so that we can all still get together and celebrate the holidays. So it's going to be super fun. We got a DJ, dance floor, photo booth, food, bar, you name it. So just change your location, date and time are all the same. So super excited to see everybody there. We'll send out the RSVP link for that as well. If you haven't RSVP'd, to just help us get an idea of who will all be there celebrating with us, and you're welcome to bring a guest with you as well. So new location for the holiday party, Vista, 1023 North Old World 3rd Street. So super excited to see you guys all there. That's this Friday. All right, I'm going to shoot it right over to Lindsay to talk about what we have coming up for Tech Tuesday this week.
All right. Hey, everyone. So I wanted to talk about a specific smart plan within Command. So this is actually a completely automated monthly newsletter. So if you were a huge fan of the eEdge newsletter, the monthly newsletter, you're going to love this one. And so it's really going to help you basically just add to your 36 touch marketing plan in order to generate more business in 2022. So next slide, Mandy. Like I said, it's completely automated. You can set it and forget it. And it's geared towards any market. So these are designed emails. They're not just simple text, it's images and text. And there's 3 parts. So when you're in Smart Plans, if you've seen that platform, if you're in there, this is what those Smart Plans will look like when you add them into your library. And there's 3 parts to it. But the best part about it is that once you add contacts to part 1, they automatically get set up to part 2 and part 3. So if you search 36-touch in your Smart Plans library, or you search by the author's name, which is Kimber Walton. And again, we'll send these slides out. And if you have any trouble finding these, please don't hesitate to reach out to me and I'll direct you to where they are. But you go in, you add these to your Smart Plan library and you set it and forget it. It automatically sends a monthly newsletter email to the contacts that you set up on this. So next slide is just a few examples of what those emails are going to look like. So completely curated content for any market, such as just for frequently asked buyer questions, seller questions, what your house might sell for. So really great looking emails, and they're completely set up, ready to go. You can customize it if you want, but you don't have to. Like I said, set it and forget it. It's a great option, again, to add to your 36 touch. Maybe you're already sending out the monthly neighborhood nurture email, and then you want to send an additional email. And so this is a great option for that. So if you guys are interested in setting this up, join me for tech training at any of the 3 locations this week, or just reach out to me directly with any questions or to set up a one-on-one.
Awesome. Thank you, Lindsay. While we're speaking about tech and automation, I wanted to remind everyone of this excellent easy button we have called Key Please, and an extra feature that I didn't know about. So Key Please, we talk about using a lot for showing assistance and all of that. If you need help in just a runner type of activity, there's a lot of options in this. So if you need a lockbox dropped off, if you need a just sold rider placed, all those things that maybe you're running around and don't have time to do, especially during the holidays, you can ask someone in our culture, in our office, to be a runner for you. So in addition to being able to do showings for you or host open houses, you can just leverage this for a runner. So it's right there in the options. It's called Runner. And you select that, you pick the price you want to pay, and it goes out to just the agents in our office, and someone will pick it up like an Uber, and they'll be able to take that for you and do whatever you're asking them to do. So pick up a key, drop off a check, drop off signage, really anything. It's just an extra set of hands, especially when we're all so busy right now. So other really exciting things are coming to Key Please at the end of December. Little sneak peek on what I'm talking about is you're going to be able to pick favorites. So if you have our entire roster and say you love working with Peter because he's sitting right in front of me and I love working with Peter, I can make him a favorite. So you can only send opportunities to people who are your favorites before sending it to the entire roster. So really exciting things coming down the pipeline for Key Please, but just wanted to remind you all that it's out there and it's available. And for you new agents who are looking to get that experience, you're the ones who are accepting these opportunities. You're getting paid directly through the app, and it's a great way for you guys to get experience on doing showings, dropping riders, doing lock boxes, all that stuff. So it's really a win-win. If you have any questions on how Key Please works or you're not set up on it, reach out to Lindsay, reach out to myself, or view our website. It's all on our website under showing assistance, and you can get set up directly through there as well. So just wanted to remind you guys of that lovely tool that's available to you. All right, Steph, I'm going to shoot it over to you for compliance.
Hi, good morning, team. As we head into the spring market next year, I just wanted to go over a training that Joni and I did about a month ago, just going over common contract errors and how helpful this is for compliance review, contract review, and just cutting down the time it takes to review the contracts. First up, binding acceptance dates. And just a reminder, you guys, Kimmy and I do need to return the contracts to you guys each time we see these mistakes. It's very important that we are buttoned up with these for multiple reasons. But first up, binding acceptance dates, of course. So if you guys are executing these contracts after the binding acceptance date, it is not valid. And this will be returned to you to correct the date and have all parties initial. So as you can see in this example, line 31, the binding acceptance date was October 27th. It was not executed by the buyer until October 29th. The easiest way to fix something like this would be to strike the date on line 31 and then have all parties initial. But again, as a agent reviewing these contracts, receiving these amendments, receiving the counteroffers, receiving the offers, if you guys notice that there's potential for these to get executed outside of these binding acceptance dates, I would definitely just obviously correct it right up from the get-go. So please be reviewing these things when you are receiving these amendments, counteroffers, offers, etc. Next up, next slide. Lead-based paint addendum. So a most common error I see with the lead-based paint addendum is that either lines 147 or 148 are not checked. So line 147, again, buyer elects to have the lead-based paint contingency, elects to make this a contingency to have a lead-based paint inspection, or more commonly, buyer waives the opportunity for lead-based paint inspection or assessment. So I did highlight that 148, line 148 should be checked. 9.9 times out of 10, buyers are waiving the opportunity. Joni did assure me that sometimes buyers do elect it. So we just got to make sure that we are going over these with our buyers and making them aware that they are able to have a lead-based paint assessment if they want. Or
Steph,
waive.
we have a quick question over here.
Absolutely.
On the date for binding acceptance, you said you have to strike that. Do you just strike it and leave it, or do you have to put in a new date to coincide with the last signature?
I'm so sorry. Yes, you need to add the new date to coincide with the last signature, but most importantly, all parties need to initial that change. So that means buyer and seller.
Great, thank you.
Yeah. So again, just don't forget to check check the box on line 147, or more commonly line 148. Next slide. Okay, offer to purchase agency lines 1 and 2. So this one kind of gets me when I see that this is missing. I could definitely see how this could, we're writing these fast. I could see how this could be missed from the buyer's agent perspective, but as a listing agent, when you receive an offer, that should be the first thing that you're looking for and to understand who the agent is negotiating for. If you receive an offer on your listing and lines 1 and 2 are not indicated to indicate which agent, to indicate who the agent is working for, you definitely want to correct that on the offer or on a counter offer. So again, as a buyer's agent, you're going to strike all of line 2 to leave that option on line 1, agent of buyer, open to indicate that you are working as a buyer's agent. What I'm seeing is that no lines are being struck at all. Or no options are being struck at all. So again, it's very important. As a listing agent, again, you want to understand who the agent is working for because it changes how they can negotiate the offer. Next up, the addendum A. So I see that this is incomplete most of the time, either lines 236 through 242, the information for the buyer's firm and the information for the seller's firm. Just please make sure that you guys are completing these sections. These are most important to our title companies and to our lenders because they need all of this information. And next up, marking boxes not applicable. So if you are if your buyer is choosing to omit a contingency, it is best practice to still mark NA in those boxes. In the example I provided here on line, I don't know exactly which line this would be, but the contingency shall be deemed satisfied unless the buyer within, and I pointed here, 15 days. So you can see that part of this provision, part of this contingency has been partially filled in. It could be mistaken, or it could be interpreted that the intent of the buyer was to include this inspection contingency. Just because the box is left open, which is appropriate. I mean, if you are leaving a contingency, if you're not going to include a contingency, there is the option to leave the box open or to mark NA. Best practice, though, again, would be to mark NA in that box, because if any part of this provision or contingency is filled out, it could be interpreted that the intent was to include that contingency. So please just mark NA in those boxes if you're not going to include a contingency. Home warranty waiver or invoice. So if your buyers or sellers are going to decline coverage, we need to make sure that we are marking decline on the home warranty. We need to be presenting this option to both of our buyers and our sellers. And then if the buyer or seller does want to get a home warranty and they accept it, we want to make sure that we are including those home warranty invoices in the command opportunity as well. So if I see that a application has been accepted, but I don't see that home warranty invoice, I will be asking for that home warranty invoice. All right, next one. And then opportunity details. So I just wanted to include this real quick. When you guys are creating an opportunity, please just remember to mark that estimated closing date. This prompt happens right when you are creating the opportunity itself. There is an option to just to leave it blank. Please, please, please fill this in always. So again, estimated close date, that helps Kimmy and I with opportunity reviews and making sure that these are being bumped up high on our list. So I think that was it for contract reminders. And shout out to the North Shore office. If this is our slow time in December, I don't even want to fathom what spring is really going to be like. You guys are busy, busy, busy. So congratulations. Lastly, GMAR dues reminder. So today is the last day to save $50. We have the latest list of those who have not paid their GMAR dues yet. An email will be sent out this afternoon, along with the link to those of you who have not paid. The dues are due on the 31st of December, but a $50 fee will be added to your invoice. And then if you pay after January 1st, $225 fee will be added and your MLS access will be turned off. So you guys don't let that happen, please. And that is all I have for today. Any questions? I'm gonna look at the chat box.
All right, thanks a lot, Steph. While you're looking at the chat box, I'm going to send it over to Kathleen. Tell us what we got coming up for training and education this week.
Good morning. So we are now in the first week of December, officially tomorrow. Today, launch coaching with Amanda in North Shore, and then in Lake Country, we have the 80-20 principle. So the 80-20 principle is all about how you can put in, how to efficiently put in your time and your work to make sure that you see your business grow and to see your business get bigger. Okay. And then also stay tuned for Matt's Power Hour at 11:30. You know, we've seen some results with agents lead generating in person together in a group. It makes it a little bit easier to have some conversations with people. Then tomorrow we have the self-defense seminar at Freeform Jiu-Jitsu. We put out a reservation RSVP link on Facebook, and I think we texted it to you yesterday as well. Please RSVP to that. Space is a little bit limited, but there is a lot of opportunities for people to show up to that. And then also tomorrow in Lake Country, Josh DeJure, one of our new agents, is motivated to do a Bold 100. So we're having a Bold 100 call day, which means that we're going to start at 8 a.m. and we'll finish when we've had 100 real estate conversations. It's open to all agents, whether or not you're in Bold, and we'll provide some lunch to you guys. So let's get on the phone, let's get on the Facebook and text, and let's have some real estate conversations with our people. Then coming up on Monday, KWRI is bringing again team wins, which if you are an individual agent and you're thinking about starting a team, or if you're a team and you want to increase ways to retain your talent, register in advance. You can find the link on KW Connect and also on the calendar. That's going to be at noon on Monday. And then just a sneak peek of what's coming up next week. We have vision boards in North Shore with Maureen Stahle on the 8th at 11 a.m. This is your last chance to do vision boards. Okay, so join us in the North Shore with Maureen on November 8th. And then
I think December 8th.
Mandy, can you? I think we might have missed one in there, Mandy. Was there another one for before?
Nope, that was all I had. What have you got?
Okay, guys, coming up in January, starting January 10th, we have Ignite 2.0. This is a lot of different content than there was in the original Ignite. This is a sneak peek of that calendar. It's going to be 10 sessions, so starting January 10th and ending on February 2nd. It's going to be from 9 a.m. to 12:30 each day. It's at the Wauwatosa location, in person only. And masks will be required, so keep that in mind. There's a registration. It's free to attend if you'd like the PDF version of all the content. If you'd like us to put together a binder for you, there will be a small fee. You can make your choice on the registration link. So look for that soon. And then last but not least, Toys for Tots. So remember, we're still collecting donations for Toys for Tots until December 10th. Please bring some toys.
Can you guys hear me now? Great. We'll get it.
Mandy, I can hear you.
I can hear you.
Yep, we can hear.
And you went away again.
How about now?
Yay!
Okay, thank you for hanging with me, you guys. Some tech issues this morning. I love it. Maureen's vision boards is December 8th. I think it said November 8th, but that'll be next week, you guys. So excited to see everyone there and do some vision boards. All right, lots of exciting things. Hopefully you're all time blocking for it. That's a ton of stuff coming up. It's been a while since we have gone through and provided updated information on market activity on a weekly basis. So we're going to go ahead and do that and give you guys a new grocery store script because it's been a little bit since we've done this. So let's jump in and look at what we have going on here in Wisconsin. Looking at showing activity is really on par with where it was in 2020. When it was elevated, and it's extremely high for the historical activity for this time of year. So showings remain extremely high. When we look at units going under contract, we're only about 100 units per week behind where we were during the peak market. So kind of what Steph was referencing, what that means is that buyer activity remains very high for this time of year and is extremely outpacing our historical trends in terms of number of units. Next up, we have our sales absorption. So similarly, sales absorption rates of the percent of inventory that is going under contract on a given week, this also remains elevated and is climbing due to a fall in total inventory. So what this is telling us is that demand activity remains strong despite that drop in the overall inventory. Moving over to number of units. Here is the real issue that we're facing is that demand activity continues to remain at elevated levels, yet inventory is not keeping pace. So as you can see here, mid-August to mid-September, we thought we were kind of coming out of the woods in terms of an inventory issue. However, since the beginning of October, you can see that demand remained elevated and new inventory followed historical trends and fell off in November. So demand is staying high and inventory is continuing to drop. So that's something we're going to keep our eye on here as we continue into the winter. All right, now we're looking at number of units. This shows up like the last slide, right? So here it relates to new inventory coming off the market and its impact on total inventory, down from 513 to 491. So continuing to drop month after month. So what does all of this mean in terms of your grocery store script and what's happening in inventory? Buyer activity remains extremely strong via showing time versus 2020 and the 2019 trends. Sales absorption rates are on par with what we saw in summer, which is an indication of high demand. Net buyer activity and demand is remaining extremely strong. New inventory units have really dropped off dramatically, which has had a major impact on total inventory. However, this is per usual for this time of year for inventory to slow down in new units that we see coming to the market. So the market is trending towards a highly competitive spring 2022 market. When is the time to sell? Inventory is falling and buyer activity is remaining extremely strong. And when is the time to buy? We'll work on it. Spring 2022 will be highly competitive. So we'll make sure to send you over all of these insights in your grocery store scripts so you guys can use these to help communicate with people and remain the expert when people go to buy or sell today. One more reminder for those who jumped on late about our holiday party. It has moved. It's going to be just as fun. It's 500 yards from where we were before. It's at Vista at 1023 North Old World 3rd Street. So we'll see you guys all there this Friday. And we'll get you all these insights and exciting events coming up soon, emailed out to you guys later today. All right, gift of time, 9:25. I'll stay on for upcoming listings. If anyone has anything, Laura?
I just have a quick question.
Yeah.
So if you already RSVP'd for Punchbowl, you're good.
Yes, good question. Laura asked if you've already RSVP'd for the other location. You do not need to RSVP to the new party. So you're all set. All right, thanks, guys. Everyone have an awesome day. Lake Country, jump off for your meetup, and North Shore, I'll switch my screen over and we can do upcoming listings.
Good.